Well, Game 19 has come to an end here at Eldridge Park. Welcome into Postgame Tomahawk Talk. I'm Ariel Tamir-Pinsky, joined by Lyle Allenstein. The Bravos fall to the Firebirds 5-2, snapping their win streak. Talk to me about it, Lyle.
Yeah, tough one out for the Braves, considering that hot performance they've had recently. All around, just tough one for this team that's been really hot. Heading into the off day tomorrow, get a nice chance to regain some momentum. But, this was a beatable team that they've proven they can do. To beat them the first two times, but just like they did against Chatham after beating them the first two times, failed to them in the third contest.
Well, you mentioned it a little bit. The bats were hot yesterday, and we didn't see that coming into today.
Yeah, 10 runs, yesterday against YD, best offensive performance the squad has had. That 6-run inning coming off the day before where they had a 5-run inning against Wareham. Tonight they had a 2-run RBI from Gavin Kelly, but after that, the bats went cold throughout that whole game. Just 2 runs in that one inning. They come to the off day, get that offensive production coming back next time they see the field.
Well, we're headed into an off day tomorrow, but we will be at Hyannis on Tuesday for a 6 p.m. pitch. But don't go anywhere. More post-game coverage coming up next. I'm now joined by Adam Gawkin and Devin Jarvis. Devin, we're headed into an off day tomorrow. What can the Braves do to kind of prepare going into their next game?
Well, there's never a good time to have a loss, but I feel like today there is a silver lining with this one. You go into the off day tomorrow and just get some time to reflect and rest. You're coming off that 4-game win streak, and with the loss today, it's not the end of the world. This team still looks really good for the future, and I like where they're at.
Yeah, I mean, he just said it. We lost tonight, but we were on that 4-game win streak. This team looks good.
Yeah, without a doubt, this last stretch of 6 games in 6 days has been a very positive one for the squad. They're almost in a completely different spot than they were before it when, they were in the midst of that losing streak. So now it's, as Devin said, just turn the page to the next game and hope that you can start another winning streak because this team is playing good baseball. Even today, even though they lost, they look pretty good. They put good swings on the ball. So, they're still moving in the right direction for sure, even though, today is a loss.
Well, Devin, what's one thing you saw tonight that needs to change going into that game against Hyannis on Tuesday?
Well, I think the pitching staff might not have been where the Braves wanted it going into this game. They allow 5 runs, which is their most since their loss on July 1st to Falmouth. Every game since that, they had allowed at most 3 or less, and they'd won all the games. So it wasn't a fantastic performance from the pitching staff today, but still a solid game. 5 runs, you still should be able to have a chance to fight and win. But at the end of the day, I think that's the only place you could look at and improve.
Well, we'll be back on Tuesday at Hyannis to play the Harbor Hawks at 6 p.m.